Hey y'all, so real quick before I start talking in the video, just wanted to tell y'all you will see hearts randomly throughout the video to cover up my bra straps. So yeah, didn't want y'all to see my black bra straps. Hope you enjoy the video.
Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, back with another video for you all. And hopefully you can hear me because I don't feel like dealing with these microphone situations today. So I'm gonna try to talk loud and project my voice for this video. Um, Disclaimer, my allergies are bad, so if the video seems choppy, it's because I had to literally cut out me sneezing and coughing and all of that, okay? So today what I want to talk to you all about is candle magic, okay? And if you are not already aware, I do have a book that, well, I have two books that recently came out, but this is one of them. This is the Candle Magic Recipe Journal, okay? And in this book, it will give you some information about how candle magic works, but it also gives you suggestions as far as different types of crystals that you can use, what the different colors you can use, and which herbs you can use for specific intentions. Okay, so I'm trying to find a good page. Here's one. So, for example, if you're trying to manifest beauty, this gives you some crystals, herbs, and color choices. It has space for you to write your own, okay? Because I believe heavily in not just doing what other people tell you to do, but also what is it that you feel in your gut is right for you to do. So there's space for you to write your own suggestions, and then there's a page for you to write down your recipe, your affirmations, your prayers, whatever you want to do, whatever your ritual is. So that way, if you want to duplicate the candle, you can duplicate the candle and you have a space to go back to see what it is that you did and why you chose the ingredients that you chose, okay? So this is for people who are wanting to make their own candles. And this is for people who actually want to make the candle from start to finish, meaning actually melting the wax, putting in the fragrance oil, putting in the intention oil, putting it in the jar, and then dressing the candle. Okay, you hear somebody say dressing the candle, they mean putting the oil, the intention oil on the top, or the toppings on the top of the candle. This is a Archangel Raphael candle. He is the archangel of healing. So that's why I have malachite and some other crystals in here. It's malachite, howlite, clear quartz, scolecite, and there is a wing charm. The wing charm represents the angel. You see there's a wing on the label to represent an angel, okay? Malachite is good for healing. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing, like I said. So you see how I chose ingredients for the candle that actually make sense for the intention. So this is for people who want to make a candle from start to finish. Or if you buy candles already made, let's say you buy a green candle because a green candle can represent Archangel Raphael. You just buy a regular green candle and then you put toppings on it like attention oil, or you put different herbs and stuff like that. This journal can work for either one. Okay, so let's really get into what candle magic is. I gave y'all some information when I was talking about the book. Um, but let's get into what candle magic actually is. Now, there might be some people that won't like the way that I go about candle magic or explaining candle magic, because a lot of people feel like there's set rules and you have to do things a particular way and everybody has to do things the same way, especially if they are in a particular religion or a part of a particular spiritual group where certain colors mean a certain thing, certain crystals mean a certain thing, certain oils mean a certain thing. Okay, I'm not going to name any other ones, any of the spiritual groups, but y'all know there's different spiritual factions out there and everybody feels like they're right. So what you may run into in the spiritual community is people acting the exact same way that they acted when they were in actual religion, which is my religion is right, yours is wrong. Well, spiritual communities behave the same way. They feel like the way that they were taught by their ancestors and their elders is right, and the way you want to do things is wrong. So I ran into that a lot because I'm not a part of any particular spiritual group, okay? I am just the type of person that's a self taught person. And I am the type of person that I am tapped into my intuition and I do what works best for me. I do things based off of what my intuition is telling me to do. I'm also a very practical person, okay? So I do things that practically make sense to me. And it might go against what a particular spiritual group has been taught to do. So this is not based on any specific spiritual group. The way that I feel like you should go about magic at all is remembering that all is mental. Have you heard that saying? As within, so without, as above, so below. Everything is mental. That basically means that you don't need a candle to do anything. You don't need a candle to manifest anything. We are manifesting with our minds, okay? But using physical tools, because a candle is a tool that you can use to get yourself in the right mind frame to manifest what it is that you're wanting to manifest. So using physical tools helps us to get into the mind frame because we're practical people. We're living on earth. We like to see things that are tangible. We like to touch things. We like to see evidence of things, okay? So it helps us get in the right mind frame, but it's not something that we need in order to manifest. Okay, there's a lot of different ways you can manifest. One of my favorite and most simplest ways to manifest is, well, I'll give you two of my favorites. One is to daydream, two is to write in a manifestation journal. Okay, I feel like writing stuff down and speaking things out is a lot more powerful than just doing candle work. Oh, you can write something down and don't do any candle magic at all, and it'll happen just like that. So, do you need a candle to manifest? I don't believe so. However, I do feel like candle magic is very helpful because a lot of people have a hard time imagining things or getting focused. Okay, this can help you to get focused. It can help you to create a routine because candle magic is typically done over a period of at least 7 days, maybe 3 to 7 days. Because you're doing your candle magic until the candle burns all the way down. So this is what is called a 7-day candle, and it usually takes about 7 straight days for this to burn all the way down. So it creates a ritual because you're going to your altar or wherever you're doing your candle magic every day, and you are doing whatever your ritual is every day until the candle burns down. So it helps to keep you focused. It helps you to follow through, okay? Some people may not wake up every day and write in their manifestation journal or say their affirmations if they don't have a visual reminder like a candle to do so. So, I definitely think even though candles are a tool to manifest and they're not actually doing the manifestation, they are very helpful and it's fun, okay? I am a Libra sun. So I like creativity. I like things that are pretty. I like to make things, spruce things up, make them beautiful, okay? That is why a lot of people really like my candles. So I have people that tell me I can feel the energy of your candles through the screen when I am looking at your candle. I enjoy making things. I enjoy creativity. I enjoy things that are pretty. It's fun. Doing candle magic can be fun and it can help you want to actually manifest because it's something that it doesn't seem like work, okay? So that's my opinion on why candle magic works or how it can work, even though it is you that is actually doing the manifestation with your mind, okay? So let's read some of my book where I talk about why candle magic works. I might not be able to see the word, y'all, because the ring light is blinding me. Okay, so I'm gonna read this for free. Y'all ain't even gotta buy the book. I'm reading this to y'all for free, okay? So candles can be used as a tool to help us manifest. However, the magic isn't in the candles themselves. The magic lies within you, in particularly your conscious and subconscious mind. Everything has a vibrational frequency. You hear the terms vibrations and frequency and wavelength, okay? Those are terms that are being thrown around a lot, but they're actually physics, okay? Science terms. So our bodies also have a vibrational frequency. Our bodies are electric, and the electrical frequency in our bodies is measured with hertz. Okay, so if you see something that has, I think hertz is abbreviated to HZ. Like if you were to buy a singing bowl, or if you were to buy tuning fork, you can see what the hertz reading is for those. And there's different hertz or frequencies that align with different chakras in the body. Okay? So our mental state can affect the frequency in our bodies. Studies have shown that lower vibrational states of mind, i.e., negativity, anxiety, pessimism, yield lower frequency readings within our bodies, while higher vibrational states of mind, positivity, optimism, they yield higher frequency readings within our body. Vibrations, wavelengths, energy, and frequency are all scientific terms that you may have come across in high school physics. Our subconscious mind has a profound effect on all of those things. It is believed that in order to manifest the things you want, you need to be in alignment with those things mentally and spiritually, okay? All is mental. Most of us are going after goals that require a higher vibration. I'm almost done. I know y'all be having short attention spans out there, but I'm almost done. Delving deep into our subconscious blockages and negative thought patterns can help a great deal with this. However, for some, this is easier to do if they have a routine that requires something to be physically done using tangible objects. Most advanced people can do spell work without, using any tangible objects. Manifestation involves having faith in things that we cannot see, being confident that we can achieve our goals, and feeling worthy of the things that we desire. It involves a lot of mental work. However, since we are living in a practical world, candle magic helps us to get into the right mind frame or on the right vibrational frequency. Symbolism plays a big role in this because we all associate certain colors, animals, symbols, herbs, and etc. to certain things. For example, we may associate oats with harvest, or grapes with opulence, or eucalyptus with good health. We may associate the color red with urgency. Some people may see red as stop, okay? Some people may see red as urgency, something that needs to stand out and catch your attention, okay? So that's why we all associate things differently. Some people may associate red with anger, or the color yellow with happiness and sunshine. We may associate owls with wisdom, and lions with courage. Those are all practical associations that we have learned throughout life, okay? And then there's also spiritual associations that go along with all of those things. So, for example, the color purple, the herb lavender, and the crystal amethyst are all associated with psychic abilities, intuition, the third eye, and psychic protection. So one may want to use a purple candle that smells like lavender and that is dressed with crushed amethyst and lavender buds to manifest stronger intuition, psychic abilities, and connect with their higher power, and also to protect them from psychic attacks, okay? So basically what happens is, this is a purple candle right here, okay? We know the color purple can represent your third eye. We know the color purple can represent psychic protection. So if I want to use a candle to manifest psychic protection or strengthen my third eye, then I will use a candle that is either dyed purple or in a purple jar like this one. And then I would dress it with amethyst, because the crystal amethyst works well for strengthening your intuition as well as psychic protection, and lavender buds, because lavender does the same thing. For my fragrance, I'm going to use a lavender fragrance. So you see how I took practical things and created a recipe for my candle. That's going to tell me what kind of scent I want to use, what color I want to use, what crystals I want to use, what herbs I want to use. The practical and the spiritual correspondence for all of those things. So that is how you want to figure out how you want to design your candle or make your candle, okay? Let's see. Basically just talking about how a large part of manifestation comes from faith. It comes from your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So you have to be aware of your conscious and subconscious blockages. So candle magic is good because we may not realize what all negative thought patterns we have or subconscious blocks that we have because we're not always aware. It's in our subconscious, right? So with candle magic, you will speak affirmations for the most part. You'll speak affirmations or prayers or whatever your routine is. And as you are speaking those things, you are retraining your subconscious mind to actually believe those things. So you are essentially helping to remove some blockages that you may or may not be aware of, okay? So candle magic can be good for rewiring or retraining your subconscious mind just because of the routine, the rituals, the process you have to do. And you know you have to be in a positive state of mind in order to get the maximum results. I say the maximum results because you can still manifest things even if you're in a negative mind frame, but it's not going to be as strong or as quickly as you want to, and you may also manifest some bad things as well, okay? So there is actually a scientific explanation for why affirmations work, and how our subconscious mind and our brains all play a part in how we are able to manifest. And that is the RAS system. I take a lot of notes and I do a lot of research, as you can see. So we have something called a reticular activating system, which is referred to as RAS, because who gonna remember that? Reticular activating system. This is what helps us to focus, but it is also what is in charge of the information that we are aware of, that we process. So our minds, we're always having information thrown at us, which we take in the information, but we don't necessarily always process it. So it's in our minds, compartmentalized somewhere, but it's not at the forefront. It's not in our conscious. We are not processing that information. And the RAS system is what actually determines what information is brought to the forefront. Now, if we have some negative feelings about a particular thing, then the RAS system is going to be like, this is how we feel about this, so I don't want to bring out any information that's stating otherwise. So if I feel like I hate to exercise, exercising sucks, whenever there's good information that comes in about exercising, that's not the priority. So that's going to be pushed to the back. But whenever there's some bad information that comes out, let's say they say exercising can cause arthritis in the future because you're putting too much strain on your body or something, that information is going to be brought to the forefront of your conscious, okay? So if you work on speaking positively to yourself and thinking positive, then your RAS system is going to prioritize that information and it's going to bring that to the forefront, okay? So instead of you being able to remember all the bad things about a particular thing, you're going to remember all the good things about a particular thing. It's complex. I probably shouldn't have brought it up in this video because it needs its own video. But it has a lot to do with goals and achieving your goals. And when we're manifesting, we're trying to achieve your goals. Okay, so one of the key things for the RAS system is it cannot distinguish between good thoughts and bad thoughts. Okay, so if you're telling yourself bad thoughts constantly, it's not going to be like, red flag, this is a bad thought, we don't want to bring that to the forefront. It's just going to be like, this is how this person thinks constantly. So this is when we hear information, it's almost like, what do they call it, confirmation bias. The RAS system is sort of like confirmation bias. So it's like when you always are telling yourself something's going to happen a certain way, and then you just so happen to find evidence of that in the world. You can find evidence that supports your negative thoughts. They call that confirmation bias. So that's kind of like how the RAS system is. It's going to look for evidence to support your thoughts. It cannot distinguish between good thoughts and bad thoughts. So if you're constantly thinking bad, your brain is going to look for confirmation bias type things to basically support the way that you think. If you're thinking good and positive, your brain's going to find things or evidence in your real life to support those positive thoughts. Okay, so that's kind of how the RAS system works. And that is why it is important. I said all that to say, because y'all know I be long with it before I get to my point. Because I don't be writing down like notes that I need to say. I should probably do that. The whole point of me talking so much about the subconscious mind, the RAS system, the brain, all of that stuff is because it is a science. So if you don't believe in the spiritual aspects, there is a science that says the way that we think, consciously and subconsciously, affects our ability to manifest, affects our abilities to achieve goals. So you want to really, really work on your subconscious mind when you are wanting to become a master manifester, okay? So candle magic can help you with that because, like I said, you know that when you are doing your rituals, you need to be in the best mindset that you can be as possible. Now, let's talk about safety when it comes to candle magic. Because there is a lot of controversy over whether or not you can blow your candle out before it burns all the way down. Now, I'm just going to say this. I was a property claim adjuster for a long time, which means I handled claims for people when stuff happened to their house, including house fires. Okay? I have had claims where people have perished in house fires, meaning they ceased to exist, because we can't say certain words on YouTube, but you know what I mean. It can take 6 months to a year or longer to get your house back. If you have insurance, yeah, insurance is paying for it. It's paying for your hotel. It's paying for your living arrangements or whatever, but your life is in disarray for 6 months to a year. If it's a serious fire, you may lose sentimental things that cannot be replaced. You can't go and purchase the pictures that were in your photo album that burned up, unless you had them like saved on a computer. But y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Certain things cannot be replaced. There's sentimental value. No amount of money will be able to replace it. And that stuff can be ruined by a fire. A lot of the fires I handled were caused by candles. While they're beautiful and smell good, they're dangerous. Just like water is essential for life, but it can be dangerous. Okay? So I will tell people that it is okay to blow their candle out. If you have to go run errands and you don't want to leave. Now, these are the safest candles to leave burning because they are designed to burn for 7 days. But you don't know how, if you didn't make the candle, you don't know how that candle was made. And you don't know if the person made the candle correctly. If they did not make the candle correctly, it could catch on fire. Even though this jar is made for it to burn for 7 days straight. I make my own candles and I'll blow it out before I leave. Sometimes I've fallen asleep with them still going and I wake up like, dang, I fell asleep with the candle. Blow your candle out if you want to blow your candle out. Your safety comes first. I've been in a lot of spiritual groups where people have literally stated they had a house fire because their candles caught on fire. And some of the candles that I see are fire hazards. I'm like, what the heck? They got so much stuff in there and so many herbs in there, and it's all super close to the wick. I don't know how there aren't more candle fires than there are being reported, because I can look at a candle sometimes and be like, that is going to catch on fire. Now, this is, again, why I spent so much time, because y'all may not have understood why is she talking so much about subconscious mind and this and that. I'm here for candle magic. This is why I spent so much time talking about that. Because at the end of the day, this is a tool. And if you believe all is mental, how does blowing a candle out stop you from being able to manifest what you want to manifest? Then we have controversy over whether you can blow it out or if you need to snuff it out with a candle snuffer or like putting a lid over it. Some people believe if you blow the candle out instead of snuffing it out, you're messing up your manifestation. I'm not here to talk bad on anybody's belief, but I am here to tell you, do what makes sense to you. Like I said, if all is mental, how does it matter the way you blow your candle out or extinguish your candle? If this is just a tool that's helping you get in the right mind frame to manifest, and I'm not talking about this is a candle for your ancestors, like, you know, if you light a white candle for them. I'm not talking about that. I'll blow that one out too, though. This is a tool at the end of the day. So do you really think you're going to mess up your manifestation because you blew it out instead of snuffing it out, or you blew it out because you had to go run an errand and then when you came back, you relit the candle? If you believe that, that's your right to believe that. But what I'm tired of seeing is the bullying that goes on in the spiritual community, where people are literally trying to force people to do everything the way they see fit. And they will literally try to argue you down because you don't do candle magic the same way they do. I remember I had made a self-love candle for myself. I made a pink self-love candle. And I posted it in a spiritual group. And everybody was like, oh, that's cute. I love that. One person got to come on there. Yellow is for self-love, not pink. Excuse me, but if I'm making a candle for myself and I associate the color pink with self-love, guess what color the candle is going to be? It's going to be pink. I don't care what you or your ancestors have to say. Because I'm not a part of your spiritual group or community or religion. I do what I want to do and what I see fit. You're not about to come up in here and tell me what color to make my candle. Yes, there are common sense things. There are things that a majority of people agree on, especially if you're raised in the same region. Like I said, the color red can be associated with stop, but it can also be associated with urgency. The color yellow can be associated with vibrancy, sunshine, happiness. The color red can be associated with passion. The color pink can be associated with friendship. It also can be associated with self-love. It's not just one way. It's whatever you believe. If you grew up in a household and your parent told you black represented happiness and yellow represented I'm feeling sad today, That's what you believe. So if you want to make a black candle for happiness, as long as you believe that black candle is going to get you what you want, then go ahead and do it. And don't let nobody else tell you you can't do that, okay? If you are making candles to sell to the masses, that you want to appeal to a large number of people, then yes, you're going to want to use, the correspondences that most people believe in. I think most people agree what the color purple means in spirituality. Okay? So you're going to see most people, regardless of what religion or spiritual practice they're a part of, they all will pretty much agree what the color purple means. You know what I'm saying? But do not compromise your safety in order to do candle magic. So can you blow your candle out before it is complete? I believe yes, you can. Do you have to snuff out your candle? I don't believe so. Blow it out however you want to blow it out. All of this came from somebody. All the stuff we know came from somebody. Somebody's thoughts, somebody's mind, somebody's imagination. So if you want to do things your own way, start stuff your own way, you don't have to do things the way your family did it, or the way your friends do it, or the way everyone else do it. The most important thing is to do things that work for you. And candles are to be used as a tool to help us get in the right mind frame. So whatever gets you in the right mind frame, that's what you want to do. Okay? So safety first when it comes to candle magic. Now, everyone has their different rituals as far as if you pray when you do it, if you do affirmations, if you leave offerings out for certain deities, what you actually dress the candle with. You can get as creative as you want to get, and you can respect your religion or your spiritual practice and do the tradition. You can do it the traditional way. That's perfectly fine. But the reason why I'm really talking about this is because, one, I've seen the devastation from candle fires. So I am passionate about that. But two, I've seen people literally bullying other people for not doing things the exact same way that they do it. And if you are an African American that doesn't have any recent generations tied back to Africa or a different island, or what's some of the ones people are Haitian, Dominican, African, those different islands and all of that. If you are African American and you don't have like a parent that's from one of those places or a grandparent that's from one of those places, you are kind of far removed from those practices. So you may not do things the exact same way because you didn't have people teaching you that. And if you happen to find people that are willing to teach you that stuff, that's great. But we still are kind of iffy on, what all makes up the origins of, African American people. So a lot of us have Native American as well. So we may tap into some of that and not necessarily just the African religious stuff. We were everywhere. Because I see a lot of fighting going on about, and it's mainly online, what's the right thing to do? How's the right way to go about doing magic? Magic is whatever works for you. As long as you're not harming yourself or harming somebody else, do what works for you. That's the way that I look at it. So basically, candle magic involves using candles that are typically a particular color, that are dressed a particular way with particular herbs, crystals, oils, charms, adornments. And those adornments and the candle color typically will correspond with a particular manifestation, goal, intention, or deity or angel, like this is Archangel Raphael, and you are using that candle to help you to manifest that, or to help you to tap into certain energy. It's fun. It's fun to make the candles. It's fun to dress the candles. You can buy candles that are already dressed. You can make your own candles. You can buy candles that are made. They're not dressed, and then you just dress the top. So the base of the candle is made, and you just put stuff on the top. You can buy it made and dressed already, or you can make your own. Okay, I personally like to make my own because I like my energy being in there. I don't have to worry about cleansing the candle. Sorry, y'all, I had to stop the camera and start again. Y'all know I always gotta mess with my hair. I don't have to worry about, oh, I just got this from the store, let me cleanse this candle because it's made with my energy. But if you are buying a candle from someone else, you will want to make sure you cleanse it first before you use it to make sure there's no bad energy attached to it. Especially if you order it online, it has to go through the mail, the shippers, the mail trucks, all of that. So make sure you're cleansing your candles. I would say make sure you are doing your protection work as well. When you are using candles and doing magic and stuff, you are opening up portals. Even if you can't see it, you are attracting different types of entities. So you want to make sure you are being safe and do your whatever your protection rituals are while you are doing your candle magic. You may or may not want to let other people know what you're manifesting. Most people will say keep it to yourself because while other people cannot completely affect the outcome, they can do things to slow the outcome down or make things harder, throw roadblocks your way. So you may want to keep it to yourself what you're manifesting. I have shared things that I've been manifesting while doing so because part of my assignment is to share my journey with others. That doesn't mean everyone needs to do that, okay? So you don't have to share everything that you're doing with other people, especially people that are going to put doubts in your mind. That's one of the main reasons why you may want to keep what you're manifesting to yourself, because you don't want somebody to come in and start making you doubt that you're actually going to be successful, okay? So, I feel like this video was all over the place, but I just wanted to say some things about candle magic because, once again, I have my candle magic recipe book that just came out. I also have my How to Start a Candle Business book. So this book teaches you how to actually make candles. And this book will tell you suggestions for herbs, oils, crystals, and all of that for several different intentions. I don't even know how many intentions are in here, but it's a lot of different intentions. And it's a spot for you to record your recipes so you don't have to try to remember what piece of paper you wrote them on. Because for the most part, if you make a candle that works really well, you're going to want to duplicate that. So it gives you suggestions on how to make candles. This is for health, for healing. So these are suggestions on what to use to make a candle for healing. There's a spot for you to write your own suggestions, and there's a spot for you to write the recipe down and your intentions, prayers, or whatever you want to do in this book. Okay, so I will probably put links to the books in the comment section or description box. You can purchase the hard copies or you can purchase the ebooks, whichever works best for you. Also, I do make and sell intention candles. So if you are interested in purchasing candles from me, I will put links in the description box as well. You can go read the reviews on my Etsy site or my website to see what other people are saying, okay? And if you have any tips or tricks that you want to leave in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Toodles!